Okay, we had the limit of it should be rolling again. We had the limit of 4 GB. I should still have room on my, so I just need to upload that as well. And but the problem is in regards of YouTube, in regards of there's a lot of technology issues with that as well. You know, if you start out uploading one video, and if you had 3 videos and you start uploading the first, and then you upload the second and the third, and at the same time, but you start out with the number 1 and number 2 and number 3, but if number 3 is first done, the YouTube thing will put that first. And it's just stupid, because it should recognize that which one I actually started uploading first. It's just stupid. It's just silliness. Again, one of these crazy daisy things of technology. Okay, let's go back to the video. So we can continue here. So you are Jehovah's Witnesses. So many times your sect and my true religion been in debate in my country, and your sect has been destroyed. Again, people make assumptions, and then they continue to, instead of just taking the truth as, in regards to what I'm actually telling them, they go into all these, weird things. And actually it says God in plural, so it's actually Elohim said, "Let us make man in our image and in our likeness." So that's actually 3 times. I do know that sentence. Really, did you notice? Yeah, I pretty much noticed. Did you notice that Elohim is plural as well? But anyway, the problem is in regards of if she is a Roman Catholic. In regards of her true religion. Of course, I have to be careful, but I think there's a good chance that she's a Roman Catholic. In regards of her true religion and all that, I have to be careful of the assumptions as well. You get some. For example, the Jews have a way of writing in a special way in regards of God, and they make this thing in so you get some pointers of people and all that. But anyway, let's see here. So I'll write back to her on my computer afterwards or something like that. But it's the same thing. I've talked with a lot of Catholics, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing with talking to the Jews. It's the same thing. It gets old. They're all just programmed in that what shall we say, rail. Like a railroad. They're just on that track, and it seems to be like they're all on the same track in regards of so you get a lot of the same things from them, and and all the deceptions and all, it's just it's very sad to see how people let's see if there's I had the video in regards of Easter and all that as well. I have let's see here, let's see, do you belong to a particular group? That's in regards to the Jewish thing. In regards to, do you belong to a particular group of Christians? Whereabout are you from? I'm not sure if I actually answered that. In regards of, and they don't make it easier in regards of seeing who you responded to or not. But anyway, it's, I have a lot of, the Jews, talking to Jews in regards of Judaism, or converts to Judaism and all that. It's the same issues, well, just in their way, but, let's see here. I wrote here, I think you need to, that's in regards to the Jewish place. I'm a Christian, and I believe Trinity is false. My God is the God of Israel and the God that Jesus prayed to. So again, this is a most popular doctrine that people deny the divinity of Jesus Christ. Now, the Roman Catholic does not, in words, reject that Jesus is divine, because they will say he's divine, but the problem is they believe he's a cookie. They believe in the wafer God. And that's not Jesus, That cookie can't save anyone. Anyway, so I just wrote to him, I think you need to read John chapter 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. There, Yeshua explains it. I haven't answered the person here because I'm not sure if it's actually me that that the person writes to, or the other guy, because there's no name on it. Where you I can just ask, who are you asking? Okay, so that's okay. So I'll see if he if it's me, I'll answer him, of course. If it's not me, I'll but it's a little hard to find out if it's me or not, when there's no name. See, may you be flayed eternally by the many-faced God. I guess that is in regards to the Trinity, getting something in regards to the Trinity. I see here. What again, that's another problem with these. Oh, that was actually in regards to an atheist website. Well, that's a problem with YouTube as well. I can see what they, I can see the response, but I can't see what they responded to. So, and then you need to find the reply they responded to. No, keep writing. No, keep writing. See, oh, no, yeah. This card. See. So then you need to go in and, okay, let's see here. What was, that's 1 year ago. Oh, so that's an old post that someone wrote to. Also, it seems Facebook and YouTube don't give me all the pointers or the bells of people actually, responding. And let's see, 8 months, 11 months. Let's see if it, 11 months, 1 year ago. What does he say? May you be flayed eternally by the many-faced God. Yeah, well, again, you get a lot of, stupid quotes from people and all that. But that's part of the thing, That's, you just move on. That's part of being a Christian, People don't speak nicely to you, or a lot of people don't, You get in the, what do you call it, the hacking order, like the chickens, you get to the bottom and in the picking order. So, but anyway, that's, again, it's no problem. It's part of, being a Christian. So I responded to a Muslim or Mohammedan, and we don't call them Muslims, Muslims are not Muslims, they are Mohammedans. And Islam is not Islam, that is Mohammedanism. What the word, I can't remember what the words, means, but I know that what the words means doesn't add up in regards of their religion. So it's, yeah, let's see here. Going back here. So that was an atheist side. And people just always, why are you speaking, these guys and blah, blah, blah. And, they always, they pointed to one of the other groups and this and that. Why are you speaking this and that? Well, if I'm on a Catholic channel or place, why would I speak about, other things than Roman Catholicism, If I'm on a Mohammedan page, why would I speak of it? Well, I do sometimes, but if we're talking about Mohammedanism, we're talking about Mohammedanism, right? If we're talking about Roman Catholicism, we're talking about Roman Catholicism. If we're talking in regards to Hinduism or New Age or whatever, or atheism or evolution and all that, we're talking that subject. And yet you get this, there seems to be why you shouldn't do this and blah, blah, look at the other ones, and blah, 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 Anyway, so let's see here. So I have some interesting, you get some interesting things being told. I guess it's nice also being so free on the internet so people can just speak their mind. So yeah, let them, it's, of course they also, you get some heat. For example, if you have the t-shirt of Jesus, God Almighty, Jehovah, people will react to it. If you take a t-shirt, write Jesus is God Almighty Jehovah on the t-shirt, you will get reactions. I would also like to make a t-shirt where it says that the poop is the Antichrist or something like that. And I probably should check if people actually understand the message in regards if I wrote poop. Or maybe I just should just write Pope. The Pope is the Antichrist. At least people understand who the Pope is. The world understands who the Pope is. Who the man is that is called the Pope, right? So maybe if I make a t-shirt that says the Pope is the Antichrist 666. That would be a pretty good witness as well, because no one seems to know. So, and then people can ask you. Some people are interested in listening to you and asking you questions, and some are not, of course. And I guess it makes it easier when you have a T-shirt on, because then people can, those people that are interested in that subject can come and ask you questions. But of course, it also will sometimes distract the people that just want to, and I still have a lot of to learn and all that. But sometimes people just want to waste your time. They just want to try to make you look foolish or whatever, and they don't really want an answer, So, and again, I rather use time on those that actually want answers and all that. It comes to a point when I've, told people, that they're wrong and all that, that if they don't, at that point, why waste more time on it in some sense? Yeah. Any case, let's see. What do we have more on this? I did have a guy that was into New Age, and I pretty much gave up. And then he actually came back. He wanted proof that I had been in the New Age. He didn't take my word for it. He looked on my Facebook apparently and found out that, it seemed like I was telling the truth, because I had some of my images from my New Age stays in regards to being in Satan's candy store and all that. And he at some point he actually had, he made some voice things, and I didn't return to him, and he was then talking to him, and he was already going on with another, one of these, false. So it actually seemed there was an open window, and I should probably have been quicker too. But he wanted like an video to explain my. The thing is, it's many years ago. In regards of I don't really want to remember all the things from that time, but. If you go on my Facebook, which of course is a little harder because Facebook lunacy, but there was a point where you could actually just go in the different years and all that. And if you go back in my Facebook history, you can see when I was in. I think it would be pretty hard to actually, I wrote, a lot of things when I was at that time, and still on Facebook, many years ago. So that should be proof enough to show that I'm, not lying. But it seemed to actually be, and I should probably have been faster to reach out to him at that point. And when I reached into him or back to him, he was already with another of these, so-called teachers, and is seemingly in the wrong direction. And then he sending me these things instead of just, So it's in any case, see here. I should maybe see if I could find him again and see how things go with him, if he actually. But I sadly think that, and again I sat there talking over the chat with him for a long time, and nothing really hit the thing. So I pretty much gave up, and yet then a couple, so over time he then contacted me again, and he said he was confused in regards to what the truth was and all that. Anyway, it's just I should probably see if I can get a hold on him. But sadly, I think he just had a breath of air from coming up out of the pool of puke, and I think he sadly went into it again. That's the problem, because when people are so deep into the New Age and all the occult stuff, you also, it's really hard to come out, because, there's the deception, you shouldn't underestimate Satan. It's a great deception. And the problem is, when people are so into it, and even if they read the Gospels, they might totally misunderstand the things, because they have all this, baggage with them. Not sure if I can find him. He should be somewhere on my... Oh, well, it's a long time since I... no. I end up talking with a lot of people, I guess. Can't really find him. But I should... But I don't know. He wanted a video in regards to the testimony and all that. But again, you know, going back, it's just so many things. What's that? Oh, that's... Oh, well. Adam Gabert. Oh, can't find him, and I don't know what he was called. But he was deep into it, and I just found out that, you know, there's a lot of people, you know, just it's hard to... And oh, there he actually is. Oh, it's Brian. Yeah, the problem is when I reached out to him, he was already into a new guy in regards of, you know, I was, you know, replying to him, and he says, now he actually started burning the book, so that's nice. I didn't realize I was carrying so much dead weight. Oh, that's nice. That's a good way. I should, you know, reach out to him and ask him. Actually, maybe I should actually talk to him over, you know, if I can get some voice going. I should probably do that. But the problem is, you know, I've been listening to this guy, and he makes a lot of good videos about his involvement in the New Age teaching, and I was looking into that, and that's as far as I remember, it was like, oh no, he's that doesn't seem that good. But you know, I guess, you know, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is maybe it's the right direction. So maybe I should, I should just write to him. Hey Brian, how are things going with you? Wait, okay. I was thinking we could maybe take a voice call or something, if you want to talk about stuff, and ask questions or whatever. So okay, he already have seen it, so that's nice. Okay. But I don't have him. I don't have him as a friend. You know, I pretty much just okay. I can't. You know, I used a lot of time, you know, with him, and so I pretty much just ended up disconnecting because, you know, all the New Age mumbo jumbo and all that. I can't really see his newest post, so I'm not sure if he actually have come out of it. He still seems to have, you know, promoting paganism. At least it just seems. Anyway, I'll ask him, and you know, he has seen my messages, so let's see what he says. That's the best thing I can do. But I could just take a talk with him. You know, I'm still trying different programs and all that too. But I think we have like I still haven't got it to work. But there's this Jitsi Meet where you can just, it's open source and all that. But I think I have a problem in regards to the mobile. I think I found the problem. At least I have two programs that might actually be the issue why I actually can't talk with people. I tried it 2 times, just both in Librem chat. You can make like a conference call in Libra chat. You know, and I have yet to get it to work, and it seems hard to actually get people to want to try it out. So, which is very sad. But if I go back to Jesus God Almighty, as you can see, there's like ongoing conference call, join as voice or video. So I tried it once, and the guy couldn't. I don't know if it actually was Willow, but I tried with Willow in regards to the other one, where it's just, you know, a program for itself, and not in regards to Libra chat, and both of them didn't work on my side. and I think there might be. I think I found the problem, maybe, but I can't test it if no one actually wants to test it with me. So that's, of course, if I had another mobile and another account and all that, I might actually have another mobile actually. The question is if I would need to make a fake account to actually test it out. That would of course be a possibility. So what do we have here? Okay, that's 6bullet, 4 days ago. Is bad as Destiny replied. Anders Ericsson, you're in a human worshipping religion, white boy. Yeah, you get a lot of things, again. You're no different than Buddhists or Hindus, at least Jews, even though they deny Jesus, have true monotheism. And again, I think I actually replied to him in regards of, should be a reply. I'm not sure. Can I just see the reply here? I should have replied to him. Oh, that seems to actually be from Mohammedan sources. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. But it was, what did I see here? Let's see what I wrote here. It was in regards, may Allah grant victory to the Palestinian people. And it seems like people, following Satan seems to take the Palestinian side, as I did in my days of the occult. And after beginning to read the Bible and researching more and being in Israel 2 times and all that, I changed my view a whole lot, I must say. Anyway, so let's see here. Right here, Allah is a false god without a son. It's Satan and Muhammad was his prophet. So, and then 6bullet says, you primitive beast worshipping humans. And then it says, Yeshua was not only man, he was the God man. Actually, I have, this is one of these, what is it called? Defenders, or, where he made a tract. I haven't read the tract yet, but where he actually have it was actually pretty nice. He put a Quran verse in the tract. So they apparently had a problem when they were sharing the tracks with the Mohammedans, that the Mohammedans would just throw the tracks all over the place on the ground. And then he put a Quran verse in it because he says no good Mohammedan would then throw it on, and so they don't have that problem anymore. That's pretty clever, I think. Anyway, so he put a Quran verse in, and it says that note, this pamphlet contains verses of the Quran in English and Arabic. Please do not dispose of it improbably. So that's so they stopped having that problem. That's a nice one. That's the same thing when you use the name Yehovah when you're talking to Jews, because they're not allowed to delete it if the name of Yehovah is in it. But anyway, I guess when I was turning from the occult store of Satan, it took me some while to shake off all the false doctrines, for sure. And I'm still there's still a lot of research and a lot of things that I don't know. But it took me, you still had this this new age filter in you. So first time I read the New Testament, it was, I still had some of the filter of New Age, and little by little I pretty much shake that off. So you have to start one place, and I began to find a lot of information. I was doing a lot of research at that point, trying to find information, and sadly I can't remember all the things that I saw and all that. I posted some of it on my Facebook and all that, where people were exposing the occult and all that, and it was a great help to get me out of Satan's candy store. So he writes, you're in a human worshipping religion, white boy. You're no different than Buddhists or Hindus, at least Jews, even though they deny Jesus, have true monotheism. But again, the Mohammedans, I think he's a Mohammedan himself, the Mohammedans themselves reject Jesus. They might say, no, we believe in Jesus. Well, no, you believe in a false version of Jesus. So you reject him as well. Anyway, so, they make him only a prophet. It should be very clear for a Christian that they don't have the truth. Anyway, so Six Bullet is bad at Disney. Well, I write back to him. Well, the biblical God Jehovah is not absolute singular, but plural singular. I'm most delighted to tell you that Jehovah has a son. Repent and believe the good news of God dying on the tree for the sins of the world. And he hasn't written back. That's also a thing, a lot of times, well, maybe not a lot of times, but yeah, it's happened. It happens that people don't reply when you give them a good answer, and some, I think, just see that they can't really do anything about it, and they just don't reply back. So let's see here, demonic world. That's in regards of, I think it's actually in a Danish thing in regards of where they burn the Quran and all that. And I was talking about, I think, the demonic world, and he doesn't believe it, and blah, blah, blah. So I was trying to tell him about that. Let's see which reply is in regards of the last reply. So here's my, talking about... Yeah, it's just in regards of bacon, because they are putting bacon into a Quran, and he says, how dare you desecrate that bacon? Because Danish people have, they love bacon and swine or pork, which is unclean. And that's the thing. When people take sides, we have to be careful of taking sides, because if you go from one extreme to another extreme, that might not be, in regards of man-made laws and all that. Anyway. So I say bacon is from an unclean animal according to the Bible, not only according to the Mohammedans, but according to the Bible. So he says, good, put it next to the Quran on the fire then. Modern society has no use for religion, be it Islam, Christianity, or Judaism. Away with the fairy tales. And that's where he's absolutely wrong. There's one that, is very, very important. And that's the reason why we have the freedom we have in Denmark. People realized who they began to read the scriptures, find out who the Antichrist was, and in regards to the whole revelation, and knew who Jesus Christ was. Yeah, so that's any case. So I write here to him, the whole reason we have freedom is because of people reading their Bibles in the past. If you, for example, look on Luther, he had some, he was really harsh, and that's what, I think he used his free speech for sure. Sadly, he also used government powers to do things that, was bad. So again, I'm not, in regards to Martin Luther, there's absolutely a lot of things I don't agree with him about. But in regards of his book, in regards to the Roman papacy, I think he's pretty much spot on that. Yeah. And but there are absolutely things that I do not think that, yeah. But anyway, he still had a lot of Catholic leaven, but it still opened the door for people to read the Bible for themselves, so they could get free of these deceptions of Satan. Anyway, the whole, people think that the Bible is like a book of suppression. Well, if the Bible was a book of suppression, Rome wouldn't have tried to, get it out of the hands of the people, right? If it actually was a book of suppression. But the thing is, the Bible is not a book of suppression. It's a book that frees you from the lies and frees you from the system of Satan. That's, so it's not a book of suppression. People just, when people say, oh, it's a book of suppression, people died for that book. People was burned on the stake. Books was burned on the on the stake. The documents was destroyed. This was not. Why do you think Rome was trying to, destroy these things and destroy the people that was reading them because they couldn't control them anymore. So it's not a book of control, it's a book of freedom. The whole reason we have freedom is because of people reading their Bibles in the past. If you want to talk about pagan satanic fairy tales, I'll tell you about the theory of evolution and believing atheists who have no experience with the demonic world as I myself have. You can buy yourself a copy of the Bible and burn it if that is what you want to waste your money on. I would suggest reading it, but as long as you don't steal my Bible, you can do whatever you want with your own Bible. And then he says, demonic world, ? Talking about fairy tale, sheesh. I couldn't care less about any religious book teaching. What you believe is up to you as long as you don't bother me with it, which unfortunately seems to be what most religious teachings say the believer must do, convert others. I have no desire to burn anything as long as I have a religion, as long as a religion keeps well away from me. And I write back, as long as you keep your fake religion of evolution away from me, ? Oh yeah, that's true. It's promoted everywhere. The propaganda is found everywhere. Double standards and hypocrite. So, he didn't respond to that. But anyway, just telling it how it is, going direct, telling, we don't have that much time on this earth, so in regards of the, we are going to die at some point in regards to the first death. So, and they're not going to waste time on, sweet talks and all that. That was in regards of a new subscriptor. I don't have that many of those. Again, I guess in regards of the talk I talk, it's a lot of just talk on the fly. I should do more, collect more material inside a video and just, write it out before and then, write it in letters so I think about, can think about the things and not just go on the fly. Let's see here. Someone quoting, let's see here. Oh, that was someone, why do you hang on to the demonic Old Testament? Jesus is polar opposite of those desert warlocks. And that's an old heresy. For example, Marcion had that heresy that there was two gods. There was the old God of the Old Testament, so-called Old Testament, and that was the God of the New Testament. And the New Testament God was the good God, and the one in the Old Testament was the evil God and all that. Let's see if I can find my that's going to, that's the problem with this, you just want to see what the last thing that you wrote, and yet they make it impossible. So you need to sit here and use time, actually scroll down and find it. Okay, so that's my reply here. In regards to that, in regards to the Old and New Testament, what does he actually write to me here? Oh yeah, here we go, 4 days ago. And he writes to different, but anyway, this is my reply. If you think the God of the old, so-called Old Testament, is not the same as the one in the New, you're going into heresy. Yeshua himself said that Moses wrote about him, and indeed he did. Yeshua is everywhere found in the Bible from the beginning to the end. Yeshua is the God of Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, Moses, and Joshua. Anyway, it's just, he's everywhere. And, if you want to tell me, oh yeah, the Old Testament is in regards of evil and blah, blah, blah and all that. Well, what did Yeshua say? You just go back to Jesus and, pretty much destroys the, so, well, is some of those videos. So here we have something in regards of, this is Tovia. Tovia is a so-called rabbi. And he has a lot of issues as well. But hopefully he will turn around. But I must say, I don't know if it will ever happen. But it would be nice. Anyway, so I replied to that as well, I think. And there's another one I've replied again to him, Oh, here we have the Easter. That's some of the last ones of the Catholics talking about the Easter thing and all that, it's just, it just gets silly talking with Roman Catholics, and it's just it's a nut house. It's talking to Roman Catholics is a nut house. That's at least what I can see from the experience that I have with them. It's a nut house. It's a total nut. It's a total satanic nut house. So that's the last two arguments, and I think I actually have written, or at least that's what I can see. Why are you continuing this behavior? Well, I'm just telling you the truth. No, I'm not trying to score points in that sense. I'm trying to tell you the truth and wake you up, right? But again, these people are so brainwashed into their filthy system. But some Catholics are getting, there are former Catholics out there that gets out the system. So, and as I can see here, he hasn't deleted it yet, so it should still be on the page. If it's not one of these where you need to accept it and all that. I had one on the Jewish guys where it doesn't seem that it's accepted, but it's not rejected either. So it's yeah. So, but that was some things in regards to that. So that's pretty much it. We get a lot of clashes for sure nowadays, and that's good. If we can just stand for the truth, that's wonderful. And get the truth out there. That's and make the chance greater for people to actually find it. That's in regards. So I'm trying to look into. I don't know if at some point if I'm ever going to be kicked out of Facebook, for example, or I'm looking at other ways of communicating with people. I still don't know what but there's some Hebrew music and all that. But again, I'm still finding out what to do in regards of there's so many applications. And if I can actually go over to Librem Chat and Librem Social, that would be nice. And if they actually could make something that is like Skype, the problem of course is that a lot of people do use Skype, but I don't really have that many on Skype any case. But so I haven't really used it that much anyway. But the problem is you have so many programs, right? It's just. Actually, I can delete this. This is actually just showing in regards of Librem applications. Doesn't really do much. If maybe I should actually try to restore it. By the way, restore it, and you can actually. I should get my sheep today, so that will be interesting. Anyway, you can just see that Librem Chat run, Librem Social run, Librem Mail run. It's just what I have installed. I don't have Librem Tunnel, as that costs money, as I understand it, and I don't really know what it is for in some sense. So again, I'm still looking into these two and getting more and more used to that. I don't have many people on it, but I think there will come a lot more on those platforms as time goes. But actually, I actually did get a guy replying to one of my. Let's see if that's over here. Here, David, and maybe maybe I can just, there we go. So I wrote to, I think it's one of the developers actually. And I wrote, but group calls is yet future, right? You have more info on that? I just did a voice and video stream with Joshua and it worked great. That's the guy that pretty much did not want to talk to me because he thought I was too hateful, apparently. But he was a Baptist Christian. But apparently, again, he, and that's okay. If people think I'm too out there, that's okay. It's okay, yeah. But anyway, he is in the US and I in Denmark, and that was actually a pretty good call. It did work pretty good, and we did use video as well, so it would probably have been more fluently with but we had a like over 2 hours call. So, and David says, I hope it was the first of many secure calls, no more info yet. So it's just, in regards to more info on that, and he says no more info yet. It seems like they're doing a pretty good job at, it's interesting. Oh, actually I have he is also writing me. Let's see here. It says, hey you, that's 3 days ago. Okay, I already talked to him. A life under proprietary rule is no life worth living. And he's a Danish guy, by the way, so he's right Danish here. Let's see, Booster Gold. Booster Gold followed you. I guess that seems to be a bot or something like that. So I have another follower. Information below reflect the user's profile. Incompletely press to open full profile and browser. Oh no, that's disgusting. Again, why? And I actually complained about that already. There seems to be sorry about that. That seems to be something I need to ban. Or that would be nice. I can try that out as well. That's nice. There's something when you can ban people or mute or block people, but I need to find out what the difference is between it. Sadly, Joshua, which I actually talked to about some of these things, and I had questions for him, again, seems to not want to talk to me anymore. So that is sad, because I would have liked to know more about some of the things. I did find another guy that I've talked to as well, but he does not believe in Yeshua. He does not believe Yeshua is God Almighty and all that. So that's the problem that he has. But anyway, but he seemed also interested in getting, protection in regards of calls and all that. And I must say, I'm not totally, I just want to have a nice platform to be at that doesn't, block me and all that. I do understand that it might be hard in regards to the porn, but, looking at the what do you call it, the Telegram had a problem with porn, and they ended up banning the porn. And I think that's in regards to porn, I think that's porn shouldn't be on the internet. It's disgusting. It's lewd. It's wicked, and I think that's absolutely okay to close down these porn sites and porn channels and all that. But in regards to freedom of speech, that's a different issue. I don't think you should, as long, just, read the Bible. It's disgusting, these, and we have children on the internet, and these things are just out there everywhere. It's just totally everywhere on the internet. It just searches you out, It's not even like, for also you can see that, this user has now added me, and it seemed like there was a lot of lewd stuff on that already. The first picture was absolutely disgusting. So I think they have to be careful of not falling into the things of porn, but they still have they have the freedom thing and all that, and as I understand it, they're trying to give the power to the user so I can block these things in regards of porn. But we know from Facebook and Skype and all that, where they continually add you and and try to, and we also advertising everywhere and all that. I think in regards of porn, zero tolerance would be good in regards of porn. As we're talking about free speech and all that, that's another thing. But we're talking about direct channels that promote porn. That's an absolutely no-go, and that can destroy a platform, I think. And in regards to Telegram, they got it closed down. Actually, I think they had some issues in regards of Iran, and they didn't want to have these things in Iran, which is a positive thing, because I also think it's disgusting. So Telegram took as I understand it, took them down. And I think that's pretty good, because I do understand we don't want a platform with all these lewd things. Freedom of speech, great. Porn, no way. in regards of lewd porn, the category of it itself should not be acceptable. And yeah. Yeah, it's sick to see how much is on the internet of these things. It's absolutely sick. We are a sick people, So I'm all in for when you see these lewd commercials in Denmark, for example, and things all around where they also use hints of lewdness and all that, and it's where the commercials are using these what shall we say, and then you see one of the Danish politicians say that, oh yeah, it's in regards of the Danish what was he called it, so it has to be allowed that we have nearly naked women or something like that on a place or something like that, because the Danish I can't remember what he called it, but it's like, oh, give me a break. What is it called? Danish. Danish free. What is it called? Sin. Free. Danish free. It's lewd. It's satanic. It's wicked. Let's see. I need to go to the other one. Yeah, it's the Danish free mind thing or mental thing or whatever. It's a little hard to actually translate, I guess, from the Danish to English, but just listen to yourself. That's outrageous. It's this. It's get back to the Bible, and we also murdering our children, the weakest in society, it's just going down the hill, Anyway, so this chat program actually closed all the porn things down, so they, I can't disagree with that. Absolutely, I think it's great. But I still have to find out how to. I made a channel in regards of Jesus God Almighty, but you didn't need to have people actually join it, right? So. And of course, you need to fill it up with stuff as well. I guess like a website or something like that. But I don't know how to. I seen Thomas Robertson. He moved over to this because he was banned from other places, from other, like, as I understand it, from Twitter. I guess also from Facebook. I don't know all the story of it, but he went to this platform, and as you can see, he has 44,000 subscribers now. And and you have where you can chat and all that, so that seems to be an option as well. The problem is there's so many, the problem is what to do, which platform to go to, what to use and all that. We have so many things to, so, and of course, if in regards of voice call, I think there is voice call in regards of one-on-one, but not in group chat. So that might be something in the future that they will fix. That would be nice. Again, Hangouts, I really haven't used Hangout much. I just have one person that, and she hasn't really written back. She was, I don't know, anyway, 1 month ago. So I should probably just delete that because I don't really use it. WhatsApp, I've used a little. Actually, I used it last week, but again, I lost most of my contacts because I didn't know it. It actually stores it on the mobile. But when I was in Israel, that was the application that people seem to use. It seems like that seems to be the standard, but that was, of course, before Facebook actually bought it. And I'm not sure why they bought it, what's the reason behind it, but I guess it's some kind of evil thing again, and I'm not sure why these people are selling the great they miss, you make an application and people use it because they're happy about it, and then you just sell it off for one of these big companies that, that was a reason why you went to that application, right? Not because you didn't want to be part of these bigger companies. The same thing with Skype, yeah, so I'm not I think they sold themselves to the devil. That's very sad. Yeah, oops. So hopefully, in regards of Librem Chat and Librem Social, I'm really, I hope, it seems they're working more about it, and seems like there's not much craziness in it. So hopefully, more Christians will come on online, and so this is an EIC channel. Not really much going on there, but the problem, I guess, is that there's not that much going on here. Well, we have the support thing. Just had a follower on social adding me and full of porn. Well, I should actually check more afterwards, and before I actually write, I should actually check if it, it's. But the first image was not good, and I think it's just a porn thing. So let's see. It seems like some of those on social seems. Let's see. Is there old people from before Librem social? Question mark. Some have a lot of posts. I think there is. I think as I understand it, it seems like you're running into people that has huge amount of posts that seems to have been on the platform for a long time, but they just open up in regards of social. So it's a little weird how that works out. But it seems pretty good when you begin to use it here. It seems pretty, you get feedback from other people having written and all that. You don't have Facebook deciding which this and that. It's actually, I've been on some of the things that I've joined on Facebook, and then you say, I don't want any messages from this place. And they continue to put messages from these places. I don't know why. It shouldn't happen, but it happens, and it have happened a lot of times. Oh yeah, in regards to face recognition, you see how was it China or something that they give points to the people if they do a good deed or a bad deed, or if and then they can draw them up or down in society and make it. If you're a bad person, you may, you get minus points on that, but it gets even harder to actually go around on. I was like, if you had a bad thing, if you couldn't go on the train, I think, it's just something like that. It's just totally control over the people. So, oh well. Yeah, I don't think I have much more. Of course, I could read more in regards to the Roman Catholics and all that, but I think I'm pretty much done. So I'm still awaiting my lamb. I don't know when it's going to come, but I should get my lamb today, so I have some food, and that will be nice. And it will also be interesting to see what things I get from the lamb and all that. And so I can also get some meat, and some food. I still have somewhat of. I ate the insects that I made yesterday. I tried to make them with butter and salt as well. And again, I wouldn't recommend these. And again, go with the locust instead. And it seems like that's also more agreeable that they should be clean animals. Because I don't think these guys actually flies, and the Bible says they fly and jump. So That seems more like locust, but again, some translations that does say it's okay to eat these. I just don't know. It seems more possible that the locusts are clean than these guys. And I don't think the taste of these guys was good either. Now, I haven't tried them in regards of, fresh and all that, but just these guys, the difference of the locust, frozen locust, and what is it called, and the dry frozen locust was that the frozen locust taste more and actually better than those dried freezed. So if you actually got these, I would guess that they will actually just taste more, and the taste is not that good. So if they just taste more of the same bad thing, that would not be good. But I'll going to eat the rest of these. I bought them. I'm going to eat them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But not going to order them again. That's for sure. I will go with the locust. And again, it might not. If I could get the big ones in frozen, that would actually, not in regards of dry freeze, but actually in frozen state, that would maybe be a really good French fries. Expensive French fries for sure, but getting some ketchup. And and maybe you just warm them a little up, and there you go. You would have a French fries. I think that could be pretty good, but anyway, the smaller one seems to be the easiest one to actually eat. It seems to be a good size instead of the big ones. So anyway, so I'll need to upload these things, and it will take some time to actually upload the videos. So I probably need to put on 4G and upload them. I actually have uploaded a lot in this month. I think I've pretty much broken the 100 gigabytes. Now I'm actually changing subscription at the moment. Apparently the first subscription did not go, go in. But it should be, it should be in the right direction now. So I've used 136 gigabytes since the first of in regards to the Roman calendar, and I had it like on 100 because but I've seen my how much I actually use in a month, and it's usually less than 100 gigabytes. And if I want to upload something, I do have a network that is open. It's not my network. I don't know who it actually is, but it's open. It's and I have used it. Actually might not be right to do, but it's it's in my in my apartment. I'm not sure if that is actually wrong to do. I don't know where it is, but sometimes I've used that if I had problems. I guess if they want to radiate my apartment, it might be okay to use whatever is in my apartment. I don't know if that's. I actually don't know if that is actually illegal. Would that be considered being a thief? If it's open and all that. It's just open for everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would be okay to do actually. But I have done it. Again, there is one network that is open. All of the rest, I actually think there's two networks actually. I think there was another one, and I have used that in the past. Again, it might actually not be a fair thing to do. I'm not entirely sure. But it's not fair radiating my apartment either with all that radiation, right? I think I'm probably in the wrong here. I probably shouldn't do it. It seems might be in the it seems it might be in the direction of going too far. But the person could just fix fix a password, and who knows? Maybe the guy thinks it's okay that other users is maybe he's just there's some people are like that, right? If they have something, just use it away. If you want, I don't know, but I don't know who's actually having this in any case. Anyway, so I get around 100 gigabytes, and again, I've used a lot of upload. I've uploaded a lot of things, and I still have things that I just want to upload to YouTube so I can delete it from my mobile. And again, I guess YouTube could pretty quickly, close it all down, and then it's just waste of time anyway. But in any case, yeah, then I'll just make some new things, I guess. Growing in experience and trying to, and again, I should make something that is just more, concentrated. Sitting here and talking about different things and this and that doesn't really work for people, I guess. People are, busy, right? So again, making something concentrated, small and all that would be the better way to go. But I actually just started out, I guess, making videos because I, getting into the training of getting used to it and, the video things and all. But apparently it pretty much went overhand, or what is it called? Maybe it went over the flow in some sense. So as you can, and that's also the problem in regards of YouTube. If you begin to upload something and the mobile phone closes down, you have to upload it again and put all the information in it and so forward. And it's craziness. Why can't YouTube reconnect to something that's being uploaded? It's like that's just been the norm for, again, it just seems like satanic craziness again, and the thing is, in regards to the updates, there's huge amount of updates, and people want, quicker bandwidth and so forward. Well, you could take a lot of the bandwidth away, in regards of, if you just, you don't need that much bandwidth, you just have, you have more than enough. This is just the companies that need to, don't go into crazy mode, But yeah, that's the way it goes nowadays, crazy mode. These companies, again, I'm still looking forward to this Librem phone, I really hope they really make a good phone and they have success with it. And then, of course, if they have success with it, the second phone, they will, the next phone, they will have the experience from the past phone and they will be able to work on, go in the right direction. This would be wonderful. Wonderful if we could just have one company in the world that just, went in the right direction, for the people. From the people to the people. Instead of companies taking all your control from you so you can't do whatever you want with a mobile. Yeah, so again, the next update of Android 9, apparently takes away the feature of being able to record, as I understand it. But that seems to be that you might be able to actually make it record anyway. But again, why should I waste time on these things? Why should I waste time, fixing the mobile to using my, because, it's those guys that should have made it easier for me that is making it harder for the user. It's just insane. This is an insanity, world of insanity. Anyway, I'll close it now and I'll upload these 3 videos and, yeah. Well, have a good day, all of you, and may Jehovah bless you and be with you, and may Yeshua be that most precious pearl that is worth more than gold and silver, and may the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, be in us all. Amen. Have a good day, all of you, and study the Bible, study real history, and don't be deceived by the devil. Yeah, be careful of the Antichrist, the Roman Emperor, the triune tyrant, the high pagan priest of Pontifex Maximus, and the king of heathendom, who sets himself up as the ruler of the entire world in both civil matters, political, temporal matters, and spiritual matters. Or it's like political, spiritual, did I get on? Let's see. Yeah, let's see, civil, temporal, political, I think I'm missing one. Anyway, doesn't matter. You understand it. In regards of temporal, that is the world. In regards of temporal things, and then you have the spiritual, and that should be the two keys that they have on their thing. And I can't remember if it's the gold key or the silver key that represents, which one. But anyway, you can look that up. In any case, so take care of you, and run from the Antichrist and the man of 666, the office and seat of the papacy that the devil has given his dominion and seat and power to. And run to Jesus Christ and stand for the truth. Don't be lured by the Roman Catholic, the Romanist, or the Papist, or the Ultramontanist that wants the Antichrist as the head of the whole world. And anyway. So, bye-bye. I'll going to upload it.